Thanks for joining me here at Crossing the Line. I'm your host, Isaac King. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. Now let's get into it.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me here on another episode of Crossing the Line. Let's get into this story right here. San Francisco votes to give cops robots, explosives, and permission to kill. So if you weren't too worried about Terminator coming true and Skynet taking over, think again. Now, this story is framed in a pretty inflammatory way. Obviously, they're not going to have robots roaming the streets, blowing people up with C4. Unfortunately, being San Francisco, that'd probably be a good thing. Might get rid of the homeless population. I don't know. It'd kind of be interesting to watch. I'd watch that. Let's get into this story here. In the near future, police in San Francisco may be able to deploy robots armed with explosives and instruct them to kill a human being. On Tuesday, San Francisco's Board of Supervisors voted 8-3 to approve a policy that would give the city's police department permission to use remotely piloted robots to use lethal force in certain situations, specifically when loss of life to the members of the public or officers is imminent. The officers cannot subdue the threat after using alternative force options or de-escalation tactics. Basically, if you barricade yourself into a hallway, there's a video that Donut Operator on his YouTube channel, he's got a video on it, a good breakdown, where they've strapped a piece of C4 to a EOD robot, driven it up against a wall, plasterboard wall, and detonated it because they could not breach the suspect without getting shot and pretty much dying. So they gave him every chance they could. They fucking kamikazed him. It was pretty entertaining to watch anyway. That's how they're going to be using these bots. That's how they'll be using. They've been doing that kind of thing for quite a while now. I've seen a few videos of that kind of thing happening. Some police departments have had a robot on their have had a shotgun at least on their robot for several years, if not decades. This policy isn't a done deal yet, although it may pass a second vote on the Board of Supervisors meeting next week to be approved by San Francisco's mayor before it becomes law. Although police have argued that the killer robots will only be used. It's a great framing of it, killer robots. A little scary, and they're going to start putting chips in people's fucking heads, but they're just going to fly a bit of C4 into you and kill you. Although police have argued that the killer robots will only be used in extreme situations where no other options are available. I'd hope so. The critics say that the use of robots is militaristic and will endanger distrust. Initially, the policy stated that robots could not be used as use of force against any person, according to the outlet Mission Local. However, it was changed to allow the use of deadly force at the request of San Francisco Police Department. The department currently uses its fleet of more than 12 robots for scouting, bomb disposal, rescue operations, according to the Washington Post. Now, I'm all for it. If they want to strap C4 to a robot and go and blow up a criminal who's barricaded himself, fucking go for gold. I mean, if the police aren't going to get hurt, that criminal's not going to go and hurt anyone else. Go for gold. They're not. This story is a little bit inflammatory. It's made to sound like they're going to be giving robots guns and explosives and just letting them patrol the streets. That's not the case. That would be entertaining because it might actually crack down on some of the crime and shit that's just rampaging across the United States, especially in places like San Francisco, where it's that bad that they've got that many homeless people and that many people defecating in the street. There is actually an app you can download on your phone to track local reports of human feces in the streets. So when it gets that bad in a place like San Francisco, yeah, you might need to strap some C4 to robots and blow up some homeless people. I'm sorry, but I don't know what else you're going to do with them. Maybe you can use the homeless people in the oncoming World War III, use them as like frontline defense. I don't know, like South Park they had an Operation Black Shield when they went to war with Canada. But maybe like Operation Homeless People, they could at least dig trenches. I don't know, something like that. We are living in a dystopian future. Oh no, sorry, I missed a bit there. Civil rights lawyers were aghast at the policy, which some say gives police the power to kill people without due process of law. Deputy Moyer and senior attorney at the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights in San Francisco Bay Area told Mission Local that the policies were not normal. Now, I know it's a tiny part of the policy that's going in. Frankly, I'd be a bit annoyed if I was a criminal and just shot something up and I got blown up by a robot. What are the police going to run in there? The SWAT team's going to run in there after they blow him up and fucking teabag him on the kill cam. It could be. That's the way that the police in the, not just the US, but here in Australia are going. We are living in a dystopian future where we debate whether the police may use robots to execute citizens without trial, jury, or judge, Moyer said. She added no legal professional or ordinary resident should carry on as if it's normal. No, it's not normal. If you've seen any of the footage coming from Ukraine, you've seen robots killing people. I saw fucking dozens of drones dropping grenades, mortars, all sorts of things on Russian troops, taking out tanks with a $3,000 to $5,000 drone and couple of $100 worth of mortar round, dropping it into a hatch and destroying a multi-million-dollar tank, not just including tank, but like all the troops that were inside. It's where we're going. It's where we knew we were going with modern technology. I don't know if you remember any of those old TV shows on like Discovery and things like that. Where they showed you like modern day futuristic weapons or whatever it was. There was heaps of robots out there fucking 20 years ago doing this kind of shit. They had drones back in World War II. I mean, they had drone planes. The Germans had all sorts of shit. They had drone, like little tiny tanks, tank tracked machines that they could remote control, and they'd drive underneath an enemy tank and detonate and blow up the tank. This is not new technology. It's getting more and more sophisticated, more and more deadly, more and more scary. If you've ever seen any of the drone footage of people racing drones across like burnt out buildings and things like that, they can get up to some fucking incredible speeds. And if you were trying to hide in a building and they were coming after you with a drone, they're going to fucking find you and they're going to fuck you up. So it's not new technology. The police having it, it's not new to us. I mean, the police have got all sorts of things we're not allowed here in Australia. Police, on the other hand, argue that allowing robots to use lethal force could be useful in some situations. In an interview with the Post, former Los Angeles Police Department Lieutenant Adam Bravocki, whatever it is, referenced an incident in Dallas in 2016 where the officer sent in a robot with a bomb to strike down a sniper who had killed 5 police officers. The Dallas incident was the first time the American police officers used a robot to kill someone, according to Bavosi, whatever it is. If I was in charge, I would have, and I had that capability, I wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first on my menu, he said in reference to the situation in Dallas, but it would be an option if things were really bad. If you go back and watch that footage, especially on go and watch Donut Operator's breakdown of the situation, you see why they used it. You see why police should be using those kind of things. It is scary, especially in the States. I mean, how many black people are going to get pulled over and then just, instead of the cop walking up to the car, they're going to have an EOD bot go up to the car and just detonate the bomb. Like, oh, he moved. He looked at me funny, so we just killed him. That's the state of the US. The state of the US is in shambles, and this is the least of their worries. After seeing some of the shit that's going on at the moment, this is definitely the least of their worries. But EOD bots with C4 strapped to them coming to a town near you. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.